All right, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us for the last session today. I know that I'm the last person holding you from going home, so hopefully this is interesting. And my main goal today is really to teach you something new, so to show you some new alternative of achieving your goals. So a bit about what I do to give you background. I work for this company that aims towards automating software development. All right, so every one of you here has a business idea. Every one of you has an application probably to build around this business idea. How fast can you go to market? So that's our business. That's what we do. All right, so today I'm actually here to talk to you about maximum agility and how speed is important for startups. We all actually seen or heard this line, and it's probably more credible from somebody older than me saying it. Today is not anymore about the big versus the small, but it's about the fast versus the slow. Right? So if you're competing, if you see a market opportunity, if you see an idea, if you can get there faster than your competition, that's your edge. And today we're seeing a lot of companies, actually, historically big companies being taken over by new businesses, by fast businesses. And it's truly the ability of these businesses to adapt to the market, their agility, that made them reach that point. However, no matter what your business is today, like take an idea of you're selling cars or you're trying to solve a traffic problem in Jakarta. We need a solution for that, right? You have to go through a digital phase. Every business is a digital business today. So no matter what your idea is, your customers are most likely people who are holding a mobile phone, people who access websites. So even if you're not an IT company, unfortunately, you have to become an IT company, all right? And if we take a quick look at a simplified landscape of developer tools nowadays, all right, for you to build a website or to build an application, that's quite complex, all right? I just want to solve a small real-life problem. Why do I have to learn all this stuff? And here I'm speaking from experience. I've always wanted to create a company. I've always wanted to I actually get 1,000 ideas a week. It's always an idea. But then I don't, I'm not a guru in development technologies and whatnot, so this has always been a hurdle for us. So you can see this as a gap that you have to get over. You have to learn these, you have to build an IT team, or you have to outsource, but also it's an opportunity. If you find a way to navigate this maze, if you find a way to leverage all these technologies to build something fast, and with a low cost, of course, then that's how you make it, most likely. So I would like to start with a real-life example, just to show you a story of somebody who had an idea and who succeeded to achieve his idea. How many of you exercise? Some people exercise, yeah? Some people do CrossFit. Some people hate CrossFit. Lots of people hate CrossFit. All right? So Mr. Amit actually is the CEO of a company called Woodify. So Amit actually is a fan of CrossFit. And he used to go to the gym every day. And for you who don't know CrossFit, actually, instead of going to the gym and lifting weights for no reason, you compete. Lift faster, lift more. You progress. You need to track your progress. All right? So he was doing this every day. But actually, gym management in general, and CrossFit in particular, is the least digital of businesses. With every exercise, you're tired, and you're like, your arms are swollen, and then you have to go to the board and write your time. You have to write your reps. So this was a real problem that he wanted and thought about fixing. And so what did he do? He created a company. So actually, CrossFit has started only recently to become popular. So there was a time bomb. How fast can he identify this problem, and how fast can he build this solution? So he created a company called Woodify, and Woodify offers a wide range of gym management solution. All right? So if I am a gym owner, I can publish the workout of the day. If I am a gym goer, I can log my results. I can compare with my friends. I can actually collaborate. There is a training and coaching platform, so you can watch these ones. Woodify has over 5 big applications on the App Store nowadays. And these guys really needed to go very, very fast. So to give you an idea, the time that he has is 1 month for a working prototype. 1 month, 31 days. As soon as he got his idea, he had to get there. So time to market is the very important factor for his success nowadays. The second one is that, of course, once you put that app on the App Store, Guess what? User reviews start. I don't like this. This is not working on my phone. This is slow. And so he needed to be able to adapt fast. And he needed to be essentially an IT company. This guy likes to exercise, but he had to manage an IT company who releases app versions and releases new releases every 2 weeks. He set up a team that every 2 weeks has a new version published. And then, of course, to reach that magical number, to get around 1 million users with thousands of gyms using around the world, and that's how he captured the market. I think I've seen this, this application around 5 or 6 years ago. If you go today to the App Store and look for like CrossFit apps, whatever, you'll find 100. So getting early there and being able to adapt was a key success factor. Amit actually was in one of our events in Boston last month, and he was on stage, so I stole some of his slides, and he was talking about the lessons that he's learned from this one. The first one, I think we all agree with, which is if you wait, it will be too late. All right? So if you're waiting for your idea, somebody else will get it. And you know what? So many times I go for a drink with friends or something, and I say, oh, did you hear about that piece of news? I thought about it. You know, again, 1,000 ideas a week, but it's always too late. The second thing, of course, is that in these initiatives that are centered around users, around customers, everybody needs to be involved. It's not only IT. So if I have a digital solution to build, I need marketing to give their opinion. I need the business users to give their opinion. And like the previous talk actually has mentioned, building that MVP and being able to show it to the stakeholders as fast as possible is key. Because you need something for people to be involved and collaborating around it. If I'm taking 6 months to build my idea, for me to then show it, then it's too late, okay? And then finally, and this is the most important thing, is that there is no finish line. If you want to be in the game, you're always playing. You're always chasing. So the only constant is change. The only constant is those reviews, is that competitor coming on the stage and trying to take your market share. It's, I don't know, anything could happen, right? So it's everyday business. So I guess I'm here today talking to you about this one because I have something to tell you. It's about how did he achieve it? How is this possible? All right? So for that, let's take a look at a generic software development cycle. First of all, I think there's a pointer here. Let's forget about the pointer. So first of all, you have to plan your idea, then probably build some prototypes, and then develop, put more effort, test it, deploy it, you know, capture feedback, and then always maintain it. This takes time. Even for the most agile companies, this takes time. All right? So companies like ours, so I'm working for OutSystems, but there is a whole range of platforms, of vendors who are doing specifically this, which is aiming to shorten the development cycle through automation. So we look at all these activities that you're doing, and there's always something that is worth automating, right? So today we have lots of AIs, we have lots of engines doing things that we don't want to do. I don't want to go to the switch and turn on the light. Alexa, please turn on the light. If something we can automate, we're automating. So the big idea here is automating software development. So if I am a business owner, if I have a business idea, then I can get it, you know, deployed and working as fast as possible by putting my, let's say, developer team into an exoskeleton, like a robot. It becomes more powerful, like an Iron Man. I saw a few references for superheroes here. So Iron Man, for example, is just a one man, but he has more features. So this is what these platforms is about. It's about enabling your developer teams instead of owning a team of 20, of 100 developers. That's not my business. My business is about something else. I don't want to become an IT shop. So instead of owning those, you take a smaller team and you make them more productive by giving them automation tools. And of course, enabling that quick change, enabling the ability to you know, implement a business request or maybe test a new idea in the market in days. So the cost of failure will become smaller. I don't have to invest, you know, 2 weeks to build something and then it doesn't work. I can test this right away. All right, so that was a real-life example, but I would like to show you a real-life example. And that's what I'm actually, hopefully it will be interesting a bit. So when I knew that I was coming here, I did not have an idea of what to present. So I went to one of my customers, my most demanding customers, and I asked them about their opinion. So I went to my wife, and I asked her, tell me a business problem. I mean, tell me a problem in your everyday life that you need solution. So she says, I actually like coffee. I like, dairy products. But it's very hard to find a product from a trusted, farm or from a trusted source. I wish there was a way. I wish there was a way to track my products, to understand where they're coming from. So the idea here was actually that as a consumer, she wanted to have more visibilities on the products that she's using. And then until then, she's not happy. Until then, she's a bit tricky about what to drink and what not to drink. So we looked actually at the, you have to trust me on this one. This started over the weekend and happened over the weekend. So we looked at the supply chains for milk and dairy products release. And then we said, there is a couple of people involved. There is farms producing the milk. There is factories packaging it, and there is distributors, and there is sellers and whatnot. And the problem here is that between the consumer and the producer, there is a large gap. There is no traceability. And so it would be great to leverage those device apps, those device that the user is holding, and put apps on it to allow them at any moment track a product and get products from trusted providers. And of course, for this, we need data. So how about the farmers themselves have tools to log in, to key in their batch ID, the products they're releasing, and see how it's going. And because we are in tech in Asia and everybody about innovation, we even threw in like blockchain. How about to make this secure through some blockchain integration? So this was an idea. And I hope some of you are investors, because I will show you my idea, and I would like some money. All right? So for this one, actually, I would like to show you a few demos. I hope you bear with me. But there is a few steps to this one. So first of all, this is a video that I took some minutes to build the portal for the farmer. It's like we call it actually, forgot what it's called, but it's for the farmer to enter products, to maintain products, to see the customers. And with these automation tools, the speed at which, so this is actually 4 times speed, yeah? The speed at which I can co-create a web application, it's called Milkman here, and then this application will have all of the features. I mean, this is a thing that we don't see with development. We have ideas, but we don't see the iceberg that is building an application. There is database modeling. There is API integration. There is maybe legacy data that I need to surface. And then I have to build UIs. I have to build screens that no matter who opens it, it will look nice and it will behave nice on those devices. And so, whenever it's possible, these platforms will automate those steps. So what you see here is actually I'm drag and dropping some templates for a product list, a product detail. I've previously linked this to my data, which is about milk instead of computers. And then another screen for customer records. So this screen to list my customers and see where they are. And then this is just the tip of the iceberg, building it. After that, there is a full automation around deploying it, testing it. You see a green button on the top. As long as that's green, it means that everything is good to go live. Okay? And this should have taken actually 5 minutes. We have our application ready to test. All right? So a web application, I can log in as like a farm manager. I can see my products. I can see my customers. And then I can see those customer details and maybe interact with them. So with this one, can I go to an investor and show them my prototype and get funding? No? No. OK, so it's really about that quick prototype and fast time to market. And the second one is mobile experience. And this is very important that sometimes you overlook. Mobile experience is different from web experience. And people are looking for shortcuts. They say, can I build once and it works everywhere? It's not about that. It's about your consumer and what they're expecting. If I'm holding an app, this offers opportunities. It offers camera integration, GPS integration, push notifications, but also offers challenges that you don't know what's the device that it's going to run on. Maybe there is network, maybe there is no network. Okay? So these are the things that you have to take into account. And because of this, many people underestimate the cost of a mobile project. People come and say, yeah, I can build one for 10K. Good luck. So with this one, these platforms, again, help you kind of automate a lot of the work. So you're building once to start, and then whatever you're building is going to work on iOS and Android, for example. We already cover those devices. And then the screens, it's similar to what you saw, so I can not worry about coding. I can't worry about, like, actually, what's the technical JavaScript or whatever that I have to write, and instead focus on my business functionalities and what's the user flow that I'm building in. A nice onboarding screen with some pictures. I mean, I spent most of the time selecting the pictures and actually coding. and then telling them what's the experience they will get. And then after that, I can go ahead and build my screens. And my screens, again, you can always drag and drop things and attach your plugins and your connectors and whatnot. Okay, so I'll skip this one. This is also like around 4 minutes or 5 minutes, and it's essentially just the mobile application integrated with the web application. So both of them are connected. If I have a product on the back office, the consumer will see it. And just to show you a demo after that, actually. Oh. Okay. I think the colors are a bit off from my video recording. Now it's better. All right, so just to show you a demo, I get a mobile application leveraging the user experience that I've designed, and then I can get maybe integration to fingerprint. Everybody wants to log in with their fingerprint today. So I'll click on the fingerprint, scan, and then right away have my product list, and then see my product detail. Again, 5 minutes of prototyping. This is really fast. Now, speed to market, time to market, as we all saw, it's very important. So we need to get there quickly. But then it doesn't stop there. After that, we start getting the feedback. All right? So you need, essentially, in your app development, you need tools that will allow you to say, are the users downloading it? Are they liking it? If they download it, do they keep using it? Do they come back? What are the features that I like the most? What are the features that they hate? And all of that becomes your backlog of change. And this is what Agile development is about. You're always working. You're always developing. You're always fixing things. And so what I did here, actually, I went and I showed the application that I built to my customer. And she said, this is cool. I can buy products that are of some certified origin. But how about the products I meet in the market? What if I'm going to the store, and then I see a carton of milk, and that milk I would like to know where they're coming from? So for this one, actually, we went and did another release, which is leveraging barcode scanner. So I take a carton of milk, scan the barcode, and then query my blockchain APIs. Everything is APIs nowadays. So do not reinvent the wheel. If there is something you need for your idea, look around, see what's available. Okay? So with this one, we essentially went and, as I said, we integrated with the barcode scanner. We built an API. I mean, to be frank, this is a fake API that gives me the history of the product. And we built a screen that shows the product. So iOS, Android, it doesn't matter. I'm just drag and dropping a couple of things, making them look the way that I want them to look, and then assigning values. All right? And then you will see later that in native capabilities as well, like you get a lot of connectors, camera, barcode and whatnot, and all you have to do is drag and drop them and assign values. Okay? So with this one, you have your application ready. Oh, I believe I also added Google Maps. Again, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. If there is a map solution, I can do that. And after this, with this one, what we do is that with one click, we publish an iOS and Android application, an APK and IPA. Actually, before I joined this company, I did not know how complex that was to compile an Android app and iOS app. Apparently, you need to set up MacBooks, and you need to set up Android. But again, there is APIs. If you connect with the API, they will do it for you. So that's what happens next, I think. I'm not sure if the video shows it. It doesn't. But yeah, it compiles the APK. And then I can test my application. Again, with the video. So I'll go back one step, go front, and should be better. OK. So the application is the same. When the user logs in, you see he gets the latest update. So no more download, no more getting those new versions. And when I log in now, I have a track product screen. I have no product, of course. I scan the barcode. Like I take this carton of milk, and then the QR code will scan the barcode. And then once it picks it up, it will bring the information of the product. OK? So what to say? A couple of things. You have lots of APIs. Leverage them. You focus more on the business functionalities and test them really fast with the users. And for that, you need some sort of glue in between. So either you have a team of 5 genius developers, or you go the automation way. So this is essentially the message that I'm trying to give here, which is not only about coding. Try to explore a bit what are the other ways for you to go. And the result, a happy customer, but then she likes it so much that our kid now is drinking coffee. So this is another problem that we have to solve. All right. we never stop. Again, we are an agile company. We're building this product. We've been building it for a couple of years. But we also have a journey because there is competition. You know, there is lots of people trying to do the same thing. So what's next? How can we move faster? And so for this one, actually, us as a company, we have a vision, which is the user should be able to tell the app what to become. Okay, so this is the ultimate goal, which is you have the application in your hand, and you give it feedback instantly, and the app will adapt instantly. Imagine the magic of that, right? No more 2 weeks for a release or 1 week for a release. And like many companies, what we do, we invest in artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence for developers. And so this is a quick video that I'll stop midway because it's quite boring. But essentially, as a developer, I can start building something, and then with a click, the platform suggests, is this what you want to do? Do you want to put a camera? Maybe you need to call your API. Maybe you need to do something like that. So it's a lot of actually about speed and implementing that really, really fast. OK, that's essentially it. I just wanted to show you an alternative to traditional development. We ourselves are a startup, a bit older startup, though. We've been here for a while. So it has been an interesting journey to see how the competition is catching up and how ourselves we have to innovate constantly. But also, it's amazing to see what many of our customers are doing. So I have customers in Singapore who essentially they have building an AI, right, for banking, to do some banking consultancy. But then, you know, this web and mobile application they don't want to worry about. So for that, they implement this one. We have people who get funding with this. So, for example, on our website, you have a free edition. You can go and use for free. So get one of your developers to test it out. And then with that one, you can build a prototype. And you can go and show it to investors.